Hello everyone, it's Kathy and you're back here on my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up and demonstrator and I'm located here in Gastonia, North Carolina. And today I'm so excited to show you 5 different cards using our 5 new ink colors. They are absolutely gorgeous and I've been playing around with them quite a bit. And I think you're going to find this a really simple card. It does have a die cut. We're going to do one die cut using the Scalloped scallop contour dies, and they look like this, and they have a little scalloped border that you can use. They also have different sizes of layering scallops, which are really nice, and each one of them look just a tiny bit different than the one before. So this is really a nice set. I was glad to see that it is coming back. But we have the next to the largest, which is this one right here, and we're going to cut a piece out and we're actually going to stamp on this. So I'm going to go and do my die cutting, but before we do, let me introduce you to these new inks: Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide. They are absolutely stunning, and we are going to be working with all 5 of these beautiful new colors today and making 5 different cards. So I want to show you how easy it is with just some plain white paper, a little bit of our coordinating colored cardstock, and these are all the ink colors, and as you can see they coordinate perfectly with our inks, and which is another great thing with Stampin' Up. So I cut 1 in each color, and these are 4 by 5 1/4. My card bases are 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, and then I have these pieces that are 3 inches, no, I'm sorry, 3 1/2 inches by 5 1/2 inches, but it doesn't matter as long as you have something that this will fit on. And I figured the 3 1/2 inches wide was just what I needed. And if I cut the bottom off, I can save that for sentiment strips for other cards. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go cut these out, and we'll be right back. I'm going to break in really quick right here because I want to show you, anytime you're cutting anything that has like a straight edge on it, if you will angle it just a tiny bit when you lay it down like this, just that little tiny bit of an angle will make this go through your die cut machine so much easier. So sometimes when you're trying to cut an item and it just doesn't want to go through, try that little technique, and I think you will see that you get a very good result every time by doing that. And I've mentioned this several times, but I know we have new people coming on all the time, so I just wanted to pop in really quick and let y'all know about that little trick, because it can make a big difference when you're die cutting, and it will cut down on some of your frustration with your die cutting. And I think any of us that do die cutting, we have all felt frustrated at one point or another. So now we're ready to do some stamping. So I'm going to bring these 5 pieces back. I cut all 5 of these out, and what we're going to do is pull over our different colored inks. And to showcase our ink, I chose this Shaded Summer stamp set. This is returning in our catalog, along with the dies, which is a rarity because these were a celebration item, and that I was so pleased when I saw they brought these back. So now we have not only the stamp set but the dies as well. So if you are interested in picking up either one of these, this will be in our new annual catalog. You can get the stamps now, but I say wait and get the stamp and the die together. So I love the stamp set. It is so pretty, and I'm going to use this largest flower, and what I want to do is I want to angle it just slightly, about like that. So what I want to do is make sure that I leave enough room up there to be able to drop in a sentiment like that. And I'm just doing a little bit of a test run to see, and I think all of these will fit up here. Yeah, so we're good to go with those. So I'm going to go ahead, open up my Parakeet Party. I'm going to grab a larger stamp block, and I'm going to load that image up. And I like to do this when I'm doing a larger image like this. I like to turn it upside down and bring my ink to the pad. Now remember, when you get new ink pads like these, they're super juicy, so you will not need to do any type of scrubbing or anything like that. Just put them down and let them do the work. Now I'm coming down and over, about like that, and I'm just giving it a good press, letting that ink do its thing. And what's so nice about this, everywhere that you see that dark, we're going to get a solid green image there, or a solid image of whatever color ink that you use. So that always makes for a stunning effect. Look how gorgeous that is. Love that. So now that I've got this ink out, I'm going to go ahead and do, I think I'm going to do the, let's do the thank you for your kindness, and I'm going to do it in the same color. So we're going to do all of our stamping and get that behind us right about here. Very pretty. And see how gorgeous that looks all by itself. But when we put this on our Parakeet Party, look how that pops. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to close this one up. And I'm going to clean my stamps, because y'all know that I am a stickler for cleaning my stamps. So let's go ahead and clean that off. And clean this one off. That way we're all cleaned up and ready for our next one. You never ever want to put a dirty stamp into a clean ink pad. That is taboo. So I'm going to take this Tahitian Tide, and I'm going to ink this up just like that. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in over to the side, down to the bottom, and stamp. I'm just going to give it a little time for that ink to transfer to that paper. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. Oh, let's go ahead and do our sentiment on this one. And this one, I think I'm going to say, thank you for sharing your heart. These are going to be a set of 5 cards that can be like a set of all occasion cards. And we all need all occasion cards. But you could do a pack of these for birthday, anything, because I think with this beautiful flower and this color coordination, you could actually get away with anything that you would want to put on here. So let's go ahead and put that one up, and I'm going to lay this over, and let's clean our stamps. And now we're ready for our sweet sorbet. And I think this one I want to make it a happy birthday. Okay, again, I'm going to take my ink to the stamp. Just like that. Bring it over and down and over to that side as far as we can. Press it. Beautiful. And then we're going to do happy birthday on this one. And then right here in the top corner. Now you could very easily cut out a label and put on this if you'd rather. But I thought this is just a nice fast way of doing cards and just making a variety of them and showcasing these beautiful inks. Now I'm going to do Starry Sky. Let's clean our ink pad. I mean our ink, not our ink pad. That's a whole nother video. Let's clean our stamp so we're ready to put that into our next color. Love my Simply Chamois. It is so great for cleaning your stamps. Nothing but water. Just water and that chamois. And the chamois keeps you from getting lint on your stamps, which is so important, because if you are like me, how many times have you cleaned with a baby wipe or something else, and a paper towel is really the worst. But then you notice you've got something on your stamp and it transfers onto your image, and it's so frustrating. So I'm going to stamp that one right there. Beautiful. Oh, and let's do our sentiment. We did happy birthday. Thank you for sharing your heart. Thank you for your kindness. And this one we're going to make it a get well soon. So I think I'm going to need one more sentiment. I thought I had enough, but okay, this is going to be get well soon, and I'm going to stamp it right up here. Ah, and I messed that one up. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Well, let's try this. I mean, I'm going to try to get right over it, and I know my head is going to be in the camera, and I do apologize. We'll do this one over. That one's not working for us. So let's try it again. I'll tell you what I should have done, and I didn't. I should have brought over, anytime you're working with the photopolymer stamps, use your Stampin' Pierce mat. It really does make the world of difference. So I'm gonna, some people like to use it even with the cling stamps like these. I am gonna go ahead and keep it under here. And I'm going to come over to the side, right there. Beautiful. And now let's try this one more time. Get well soon. And we're going to put this right about here. Much better. Okay, we're going to need to cut another piece. So let me go and grab. Actually, I think I have some more pieces cut. I just need to run them through the die cut machine. I will go off camera and cut another piece like this, and we'll come back and do that Orchid Oasis, and I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm back, and I got another piece cut. So let's go in and do our Orchid Oasis. This color is gorgeous. All of these colors are stunning. And you will not see the true color until they dry a little bit. They look darker, and that's true with any of the Stampin' Up inks. Once they dry a little, you will see the true beauty of the color coming through. So let's press that down. Get a nice little press. So pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Love, love, love that color. And I picked up a different sentiment for this one, and this comes from our Bottled Happiness, Sending a Little Message, which this is a beautiful stamp set. This is brand new in our annual catalog, so that will not be available until Tuesday, May the 3rd. So that will be available then. And I thought this would be a nice one if you just needed a card that you wanted to send a note in. You know, you could make this anything. So I always like to have a card like that. So now that we've got everything stamped, let me do my little cleaning thing again. And now we can go ahead and assemble our cards. I'm going to be using some Stampin' Dimensionals because I want to pop these up. I'm also going to be using a little bit of Stampin' Seal. So I think what I want to do, maybe I'll use glue. Yeah, we'll use liquid glue. What I want to do is grab the color that coordinates with the color here. This one goes with this. This one with this. This one with this. Tahitian Tide on this one, and Sweet Sorbet on this one. Now I did one earlier using the Sweet Sorbet, and this was just a thank you one. This was like my trial run, and I loved it so much I thought I got to bring this to y'all. And inside you can put a mat of that same color and then cut even another piece of this to stamp your message on, or you can just do a handwritten note in there. I do like to put another piece of cardstock in to balance out the weight of the card. It's just who I am. I like a card to have some substance to it. So what we're going to do now, let's go ahead and get these all on. So I'm going to use my Stampin Dimensionals, and I'm just going to put one in each corner and one in the middle. Something like that. I think that will be sufficient. And then we're ready to turn this over, center it right into the middle of our piece, and drop it down. So pretty. And then we're going to do our next one. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to put these on, and we'll get right back together before I get ready to glue these down, and we will finish assembling the card. Be right back. Alright, we're back, and I have gotten all of these glued on, and look how beautiful they are. These colors are just absolutely stunning. So now all we have to do is turn them over. I have all of my card bases already prepped and ready to go on. So here are my 5 card bases, and I just did this in the basic white. Yes, I'm still coughing, y'all. The allergies are kicking. So hopefully by midsummer I'll be over this. I suffer with allergies all year, but they're always 10 times worse this time of the year. So there's all of our little Stampin' Seal on there. Now all I'm going to do is sit this down, making sure that I'm getting a nice even edge all the way around. Just like that, and once I'm pleased with it, I'm going to press it down, and there is one card done. Beautiful, easy. Now I did make some little bows. I've got some little not baker's twine, but the linen thread. I love the linen thread. I did it on this one, and I just love the way it looks. It kind of adds a little rustic element to a otherwise elegant card. So let's go ahead and finish putting these together. So I'm not going to go off for this. This goes pretty fast because the Stampin' Seal is just really a fast way to use an adhesive. Just like that, and then center it up, drop it down, just like that. And then the beautiful Parakeet Party. If you use the Stampin' Seal, never press really hard on it. It will not work well if you press hard. You got to have almost like a butterfly touch to get this stuff to work like it's supposed to. So I was checking the orientation of my card before I stuck that down. How many of y'all have done that and stuck your front on your card and it would be on like this when you finished? I know we all have. So I am going to grab this Tahitian Tide. So pretty. And then we're going to bring it over and center it in the middle and press it down. And last but not least, Sweet Sorbet. So pretty. These colors are just, I have to say, since I've been in Stampin' Up, I think these are my favorite colors to date. And I've been here for a couple years now, going on 3. So I am just gonna run my adhesive around the edges. And a little piece in the middle. Whoops. There we go. And bring that over and center it up and press it down. So pretty. How quick was that? We have 5 beautiful cards, all with a little bit of a different sentiment. And if we want to bring this one over, we have 6 beautiful cards. I love the way these turned out, but we're not done. I have these little bows that I tied. I think we need to do one more, but I'm going to show you how I put these on. I'm going to put them on with a glue dot. And I like to take my glue dot when I'm working with these. I like to take my glue dot and I like to pull it up with my take your pick tool. Just like that. There it is. And I like to roll it because you don't need anything really big, because that twine is very, the linen thread is very small. And I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to take my little bow and I'm going to press the center of it right into that dot. And then I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to trim my tail just like that. 1 down and 4 to go. Now I think we're going to have to tie one more, I believe. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I left it so I could show y'all how I do these. I mean, it's a simple little bunny ear bow, and I think most any of us that have done card making for any time, we all know how to do a bunny ear bow. Probably one of the easiest bows that you can do. Again, I'm going to roll that. They're very sticky. I'm going to stick it right there, and I'm going to plop my bow into it and get my bow going in the right direction. Just like that. And press it down. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim off my tail. And that one's fine, like that. And any of my excess, I'm just going to toss it. And then we have this other one, and we're going to do the same thing. This can be kind of repetitious, but you get the gist. I just want to make sure that I get the bows. And I'm probably going to do one other little thing on these. I think I may put a couple of rhinestones. I don't have my decorative jewels yet that are the in colors. I've ordered them, but they have not come in yet. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't order them with my first order of products, and I've regretted it, and I went in and ordered them afterwards. But with shipping and everybody trying to get their pre-orders, I'm sure they're extremely busy right now. So there's that one. And this one. And again, I'm going to grab another one of my glue dots. I'm going to roll it just a little bit. Oh, it's got a piece of lint on it. These things are super sticky, so they pick up everything. Put that down right there. Take my little bow, set it right down into that glue dot, and that one's good. I think maybe we'll trim this one just a hair. That looks good. Very pretty. And now I'm going to tie one, and this is our linen thread, and as you can see, I'm almost out. I didn't think to order some of this, so I do have the in color baker's twines coming as well, and I'll be using those. If I'd had those, I probably would have used them on here, but I'm doing the bunny ear, and I'm just going to crisscross it. Oh, let me try that again. Bunny ear, cross them over, and then just tie it like you would your shoes. Bring that loop through there, pull it, and then you can pull your tails in. And get those little loops the size you want them. And they're very forgiving. You can adjust them. Once you get them like you want them, tighten them down. And then we're just gonna trim that off. Get our glue dot. Roll it up. Put it down right there. Oops. Right there. And we're going to stick this down into it. Just like that. And I probably will trim this one just a tiny bit so it's not hanging. Okay, those are done. So now what I want to do is I want to get some embellishments. So let me grab these the iridescent rhinestones are so pretty. I might use those instead of the gems. I think they're gorgeous. So I'm going to pull that out. These are wonderful because they kind of grab the color of your cardstock. So I'm going to use the putty end of my take your pick, and I'm going to put one right there and one right here. And I'm going to do a small one right about there. And there's that card. Is that not gorgeous? You see the sparkle? Love it. Okay, I'm going to continue to put these little gems down just wherever I feel like putting one. Maybe here and here. And how about here? They do not have to be in the same spot. You can put them wherever you want them. You can use the big one. So I think I'm going to do a big one right there. And I got some little tiny ones up here. I'm going to grab the smaller one. Let's do a small one right there in that corner. And grab a medium one and we'll put it right here. So pretty. Okay, this one I think I'm going to do a little one right there, maybe a medium-sized one right here, and another little one right about here. Now I have my two red ones. One's a happy birthday and one's a thank you. So I'm going to grab a big one and put it right there. And a small one right here, and maybe one of these little bitty ones right up here. And then we have this one. I'm going to grab two of the medium-sized ones, one here, one here, and I'm going to get one of the smaller ones and put it right about here. And those are all done. And I mean, how easy was this? I mean, this was just a really quick way to make a whole group of cards. And when you have cards like this, you always have a thinking of you, a get well, just a message card, whatever you need them to be. And I think these turned out absolutely stunning. And you'll have to let me know in your comments, what do you think? Is this something that you would like to do or you would like to make? I think they turned out beautiful and so much fun to make. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you love these new colors, if you're planning on picking these colors up, remember May 3rd. That is the day that the catalog launches, and I know everyone's so excited. I am, because even as a demonstrator, I wasn't able to order everything I wanted, so I had to wait. And I cannot wait till I can get a hold of some of the other products and bring them and show them to all of you. God bless and keep you, and as I always say in closing, let everything you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. Until we craft again, God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.